In this segment, I'm going to be showing you another way to design with a dozen roses. I have beautiful long stem revival roses. Let's show you how it's done. Move that to the side. I've got this gorgeous tapered vase, already taped with a grid, ready for us to use. We've gone over this in the gridding and greening segment of our vase arrangement section. So let's get started. Nice lukewarm water and food. And the beauty about a tapered vase, it gives you a nice spread to the long stem roses. It makes designing easier. So that's a good point. I've got my roses and I've taken off the lower leaves. You don't want leaves in the water. And I love teaching students how to design this way without greens in the way, because you get to know your placement of the tape, of the roses in the tape, so it works out really well. So choose your length. This is a good way to decide on your length. I think this is a little long. I'm going to cut them down. So get your knife, beautiful cut, and we're going to go 3 points right to the edge of the vase. Work with your tape in all your designs. This is a great way to see how it's done. Again, your length. So now I know I need to come down like a good 6 inches. And I'm going to go here. We want a triangle. 3 points is what I'm after right now. Right, all these 3 points are at the edge of the vase, and we've got a triangle. So now I'm going to go right there in the holes of the spaces on the edge of the other 3 spots, just like that. And I'm cutting and putting it right in water. You don't want to air block the end of the stem. So see, I've got a gorgeous circle going. Now we're going to work towards the middle. And again, I'm going to go 3 points, but towards partway in, still doing 3 points. 1, 2, so like a third of the way in is what you're after here. You can still see that. So I've got a nice spread. You can always adjust them a touch. So I'm going to put 1 in the middle. Get them all. And then now you've got 2 left. So look to see where maybe you have a larger gap. I feel like I've got one here. So I'm going to put that there. And maybe right here. So that's how to balance out your roses when you're putting them in a vase. It's an excellent way to learn. Now we're going to add greenery. I like using the Israeli ruscus because it's very clean, beautiful, not a soft stem, keeps the water clean on your roses. So you want to give those a fresh cut and start working in the middle. We want to cover up all our holes now and grid. We don't want to see any mechanics. So I'm going to go 3 in the middle and start working to the outside, filling in the large gaps. Working out to the edge of your tape, from the inner to the edge is what you're after. And these, if you've got one a tiny bit lower, it's okay. When you've got your greens, it'll adjust the right height. No problem there. So I'm going to the edge, spinning. See how it's starting to fill in nicely? It's a really nice leaf for the dozen rose. It doesn't drop, shed. It's beautiful. Easy to work with, nice and straight. So see how it's beautiful now? Lots of spaces is filled in. I like to give myself an edge because I want to hide tape. If you're working with tape, you need to hide it. So again, I'll quickly show you the ruscus wrap that I like to use. The edge of the vase, spin it around. Make this extended out, add 1 more stem. Spin that around 3 times. Hold it together and then spin around your vase again. That finishes your taped edge and adds a little bit more action to the side. Gives it more greens as well. Then you can decide if you need a little more. It's looking like there's a few holes, so you can add more by using the whole length. You can also cut them up a little bit because it's got nice spaces, so cut. So I can use that around my edge to hide tape or anything. Take a few lower leaves off, and you can use that stem. So you're getting 2 out of the stem, which makes your greens go further. Beautiful, finishing that off. This one's already done, gorgeous, no spaces. This is beautiful for 1 dozen roses, greenery. If you want to add filler, that's beautiful too. There's lots of things you can use for a filler. I like to use alstroemeria. Again, beautiful clean stem, and it fills in nicely your spaces. Look how pretty that looks. But what you have to do is make sure you take the leaves off. Don't like all those leaves. Keep it clean. In it goes. That's going to give you some color, but you can use wax flower, phlox. There's so many fillers you could put in. Viburnum would look gorgeous. But that is how you learn the basics of 1 dozen roses, long stem in a vase.